Hey guys, Rascal here with a brand new review. Now today is something I've been talking about for quite some time and never really got to it either. I've been pretty busy or it kind of slipped my mind and wasn't able to get to it. This actually was meant to be out back in October for Halloween, but I never got a chance to do it. I ended up getting pretty backed up with other projects. With schoolwork, with personal things, family matters, and so forth. So this is a sort of late review. Well, actually, it's not much of a review. It's more of like my thoughts or how I would write a Team Rocket movie. And you know, Pokemon has been on for over 20 years and has had a ton of movies, and particularly one per season, and one or two of a reimagining, like I choose you, which I don't really want to talk about right now. So, and I noticed that there is no Team Rocket movie. The characters have been around as long as the franchise, and without them, there's really no Pokemon. I mean, we've seen episodes without them in it, or events, and it just feels wrong or off. There's just that little element that they bring to the show that they're missing, and seeing that they're not there just kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it. I mean, it's not an episode you don't want to hear, prepare for trouble. So today I kind of want to talk to you about how I would write or create a Team Rocket movie. Now, there is something a little similar to what I did, and it's by this group called, I think, Pokemon Cosmic Quest. Now, they did write sort of a fan fiction of a Team Rocket movie. I have not finished reading it, but the way it kind of starts out is actually pretty brilliant with the Team Rocket official song, and they kind of throw in their own song in there, and there's a little bit of karaoke and things on their official YouTube site, and they even include a bonus story they have like before the movie starts when you read it, and I think it's a pretty neat idea. Now, how I would get the Team Rocket movie is that it would kind of be like a sort of flipping the Pokemon formula on its head. Where usually it's Ash and whoever his friends are at this point in time, because it keeps changing. Usually he's destined to save the world, or he and his friends, or he and Pikachu. And it's usually, okay, Ash has to be the one to save the world and whatever. Like they had in the second movie, which is one of my favorite Pokemon movies. I think it was the Pokemon 2000 movie. And if you watch that movie, Team Rocket actually helped Ash save the world. And it's something that kind of just keeps coming up the more I watch the show. It's like all these things happen to them, and it's like they helped save the world, and yet they still get treated the exact same way. Well, I kind of was thinking if they had a plot. Now, this already kind of sounds familiar to somebody else. Yeah, you can let me know in the comments, and I definitely don't mind, because it's probably something that's already been talked about before. Where they have this prophecy that 3 individuals with Pokemon are supposed to save the world from a terrible evil. And usually it's, you know, Ash and it's in his group, or Ash and Pikachu or something. And the movie could kind of start out with the legend, but they never tell you who it is. You kind of see some silhouettes. And then, you know, as the movie goes on, you're thinking, okay, it's going to be Ash, and this is pretty much just like Team Rocket's antics, and it's their side of it the whole time instead of just seeing Ash, and then they pop up. But then you kind of get further into the movie, and then when the time comes to put that into action and to save the world or something, it doesn't work with Ash and his friends. It turns out to be Team Rocket as the ones to save the world, and it's like it's their time to do something really good for the planet, because, you know, they've always been considered the bad guys, or they always lose, and this would be their chance to finally win and be recognized for something. Because in the second movie, it was kind of brushed aside, which was really weird, because you think someone was supposed to be the antagonist or your rivals helping you save the world from evil would be something you wouldn't forget about, but hey, it's Pokemon, can't upset the status quo, I guess. But for the movie, I think that's would be like a really great idea if they had to say that, like, Ash couldn't do it this time around, they had to do it, and then Ash had to help them, and they would kind of reverse the roles where they were center stage and Ash and his friends were kind of like showing up every now and then, or they don't believe that they're supposed to be the ones to save the world because of all the stuff they've done, and then you see that they were really capable of doing good and being heroes. Whether or not it sticks, probably not, because of how the show's set up. They have to go back to doing what they were doing before. But it would be a great idea if they save the world instead of Ash. Not saying that nothing's wrong with Ash, of course. It's just that they've done this trope over and over with him a lot. And he's proven to be a good kid and a hero. And it's great that he does this. But I would like to see them flip it on its head and have Team Rocket save the world and let them be the heroes. Let them fight the criminal mastermind wanting to take over the world or use Pokemon for evil. And instead of, capturing Pokemon, they rescue them and they have a little musical number or something. I think that, to me, would be a great movie. And then Ash sees they're actually not as bad as you think, as much as they annoy him and come after Pikachu or whatever Pokemon they got. They actually can be good guys when the time comes. And I would love that to be a movie. Personally, I would like it to be animated rather than live action, because there were talks after Detective Pikachu that they could be doing a Team Rocket movie for the Pokemon Cinematic Universe. And there were people discussing who could play them in live action. Would they have celebrities or unknowns, or would they get the voice actors from the original show and just have them dress up? I would prefer that if they did live action. But for a Team Rocket film, I think I would like to have it just animated. And have, if you can, the original voices before they had to switch them out later in the series. Because I do know that they get different voice actors at some point later, as I've seen online. I think that would be a pretty cool idea. And then they would save the world. They have of course, the Team Rocket motto. Maybe the movie can end with them blasting off again, but it's a happy one or something. But, yeah, they just have it something that they could actually go up against. Like, if it's not another Team Rocket member or something going rogue, because they've done that before, let it be somebody that's similar to them in a way, wanting world domination. Like, if it was them, but with no good side to them whatsoever, and they kind of see this is what they could end up being like if they weren't careful, and they learn to work together again, they work with Ash, and it would just be like a really fun, adventurous movie, and see all these new Pokemon. You can see they're actually getting better at using their Pokemon and stuff. I think that would just be a really great movie. I would buy that, or heck, even buy the stream if that existed. So, Warner Brothers, if you're seeing this, anyway, from the company seeing this, or the Pokemon company, make a Team Rocket movie and just make it just an absolute blast to watch. Because a majority of Pokemon and its movies are awesome and amazing, adventurous and creative. And I think if you give Team Rocket a chance in the spotlight, they could really just change Pokemon altogether in terms of, entertainment and just doing something completely new and out of left field. I think this would actually, I think a lot of people probably buy this like straight to DVD or stream or whatever. I know I definitely would. So you guys let me know what you think of that plot. Would you like to see a movie where Team Rocket saves the world with Ash helping, or just by themselves, or anything like that? Or would you are you okay with them really not having a movie? Life goes on, and just go on with the show and what the show's been doing for the past 20 years. So, or if you have an idea for a Team Rocket movie that you want to share, put it in the comments too, because I definitely would love to hear it, because I was definitely inspired by Looney Cat when he was explaining his take on Descendants, but with DC characters and be the kids of DC villains. That's kind of where this idea came from, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. So, of course, let me know what you think, or if you have an alternate storyline for a Team Rocket movie in the comments below. And I'll see you next time. Later.